and ultimately it's what's going to cost them for the title. I just don't see Arsenal going to bottle it at all. Arsenal win very, very comfortably away to Leeds, get themselves right back on track. I didn't think they would. I predicted that to be 2-0, but I just thought Arsenal would get back on track, and it's very, very comfortable. It's a big win, and then it put pressure on City and Villa today on Sunday to go and get something, and Villa drop points at home to Brentford. Not good for them with Brentford being down to 10 men. Villa just starting to slowly slide and get pulled back into the rest of the pack. Man United, Liverpool and Chelsea slowly chasing them down. And Man City, that was just two halves of Man City this season. They probably should be at least 3 up at halftime. They're not. They're cruising. It's easy. The atmosphere was weird. I think Gary Neville said that on commentary at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. It just felt like a weird vibe. Spurs just felt like, that really felt like to me in the first 45, like this is Thomas Frank gone, isn't it? This is Thomas Frank gone, absolutely. And all of a sudden they come roaring back, and it's again, City can just be a bit all over the place. It's a bit basketball case. They don't play that dictating possession-based style. Pep has evolved, and he's moved on, and he's trying to work out what's going on and what the next phase is and get this team ready for it. And yeah, it's just Jekyll and Hyde for Manchester City this morning. You look at guys like Kushinov in there, the injuries and stuff like that, and it's just not quite that same ferociousness, that same steel, and ultimately it's what's going to cost them for the title. I just don't see Arsenal going to bottle it at all. There's question marks after the last couple of games and everything, but I just always did feel that they would get something against like Leeds, and they're putting away the teams they should put away, and ultimately it's going to be enough for them to win the league, and I think City will just continue to be hot and cold, and yeah, not good enough. Semenyo again on the score sheet, what a signing he's been, absolutely fantastic. Haaland should really at least have one in the first half where he loops over the keeper. He should do a lot better. But Spurs saved Thomas Frank, and again, talking about time and management and pressure on you. Yeah, look at that Spurs squad, and I know there's a few injuries as well with Kulusevski and Madison, who obviously make that team better. But I don't think those guys are like absolutely top class amazing. I don't think any of them getting like Arsenal's team, City's team, Chelsea's team, maybe even Man United's team now that they've strengthened the attack. You could even maybe say maybe not even Newcastle or like Gordon when he's on it. It's his first goal in 32 games. But it's just not it's not a great squad. It really isn't. I look around that Spurs squad and I think that's poor. When the team dropped, I thought, Jesus, that's should be a humping today for them. They should get pumped. And the question is, can Thomas Frank turn it around, and is he going to have the time, and is he going to be allowed to put his fingerprints on the team? But where they are in the league isn't great. Europe is probably saving him, showing that he can do well there. It's his first time. I do think he needs to adapt a little bit more. It feels really flat there, doesn't it? I think that's a good boost in football. As I said, it's a week-to-week basis, and it can change really quickly, and everything can happen like that. But just feels like he needs to get a little bit of life going there for Spurs. I think that if he continues on the trajectory he's on, when and if they get knocked out of Europe and the league form is doing poor, I think that's when the real questions will be asked of him. It's just not been great, but then, hampered with injuries. It's part of the game. I know that, but the reality of the fact is, I think building a squad there for him is something he really needs to do. I think a lot of work, and he's done at Spurs. I like Conor Gallagher coming in. I've always liked him. I would love to have had him at Liverpool. And so he saves himself there.